I don't think we've got any new gappers. I just did the scan a couple of minutes ago. Let me do a quick little look through here. I don't believe that we had anything else that I really cared about too much. Peggy, do I want to watch Peggy again today? I know we played it last week. You've got the gap to the mid 40s on Peggy. Sure. Okay, we can watch it. Sure. I was gonna say no, probably not, but we can watch Peggy over the highs. We'll keep an eye on it. So we'll watch Peggy over the highs until its gap on the daily. Keep an eye on it just over, honestly, either off of the 28s or just watch it over the PM highs. All right, let's see. To the nightly watch list, what we've got a pretty lengthy one. I don't think we've got any other gappers here that I really wanted to look at too much this morning, so I think we're good to go. So nightly watch list, we've got a lot. We've got NVIDIA, which NVIDIA, my plan is obviously going to be different here today. I was wanting to see a pullback into the range from Friday. Now, obviously, we're probably not going to get that because this thing gapped up, 40 points, 30 points over the weekend, which kind of stinks because my plan is kind of out the window. But I still don't mind playing it. I still want to watch for dips on it today. This thing looks really, really good. I wish we didn't have this little gap up here. I mean, and I say little gap up, I mean you gapped up huge. So it kind of throws every plan that I had, just kind of away. And at this point, we got to wait and see what it does after the open. I wouldn't mind playing it back over 1100. But aside from that, we can just watch it off dips today. So let's see, let's watch it over 1100 on the video today. Again, I hate that my plan is going to be a lot different on this now. I wanted pullbacks off of 1049, and now we're playing it over 1100. So kind of a big difference, but it is what it is. FSLR played like 4 times last week. Super, super well. And I would like to watch it again today over the highs from Friday. So if we can find buyers, and it already tried to make that move this morning. It's already gapped up. Obviously, it tested 280 this morning at 5 o'clock. Broke over the highs from Friday, ended up hitting 287. So it actually already made a 7-point move this morning, which is awesome. But, I still want to keep an eye on it if it does find buyers again over those highs from Friday. So we'll keep watching FSLR off of the 278.80 and just see if there's not a way to play it. If there's not, and if it is done, then we'll leave it alone. But that's at least what I want to keep my eyes on there. OKLO, we wanted to watch today if we found buy-side interest over Friday's highs, and our range was 11 to 1150. Now, unfortunately, it did meet that criteria at like 4 o'clock this morning, and it hit targets this morning. So, the plan worked. Obviously, it, ran from 1080 all the way to 1180, but it's already hit my range that I'm looking for. So I don't know if we have any more range to the upside on this to make it a worthwhile watch today, but it's already hit our targets. So I mean, you've got 1220 over the highs, but I don't love it. I don't love it. I'll put it on the back burner for now. A lot of these gap ups, they just destroy my plans because we already had limited range as it was. LIDR already hit targets this morning as well from the watch list. Kind of a weird move. And I really don't love it into the open today anymore. I wanted to watch it today over 381. I made that move this morning on pretty mediocre volume. So, that being said on this one as well, it's already gapped up pre-market, tested the range we were looking for, so I don't really love this one either. There's just a lot of these that just kind of destroyed themselves over the weekend. CORZ, what do we have here? We wanted to watch this one today off of dips over 448. That's the big issue with the long weekend is stuff can change so much over the 3 days. All right, so off of 480 or 448. That's it. Okay, 448 on CORZ. I wanted to watch VHAI this morning over 22 cents. I don't think we're, no, leave it off your list. And I also wanted to look at SVMH. Let's see what we got on SVMH we wanted to watch today. Over 231, which it tested this morning but failed to continue higher. Leave that one off of your list as well. So we've only got 4 things from the nightly watch list. We had 8 stocks. We're down to 4. Pre-market watch list, we've got a couple. We've got SMR and we've got GameStop. So I wanted to keep an eye on SMR today over 850, which is just the lows from pre-market. So definitely going to be keeping an eye on that. The daily looks just like, what was it, CORZ? Pretty much identical. You compare the charts here, look at SMR, and now look at CORZ. I mean, it's literally almost exact. So I want to be keeping an eye on both of those today off of the dips. SMR is pretty much exact, and I want to watch that one today off of 850. We've also got GameStop to watch today. We wanted to watch GameStop today over 2430. And that's pretty much what I'm watching today. So we got some PEGI, we got NVIDIA, FSLR, CORZ, SMR, and GameStop. So we've got kind of this wide array of setups today. We've got some large cap tech with NVIDIA. Got some more higher price names with FSLR again. We got some penny stocks. We got some small cap stocks in the CORZ and SMR range. So we've got a pretty wide array of stocks to pick from. And all we can do at this point is just cross our fingers and hope something meets criteria. But we've got some good looks. I did want to look at OKLO real quick before I check the chat, answer any questions. I wanted to make sure we didn't have any more range on this to the upside because I don't mind the break of 1180 at the open today. My only concern is the amount of range you've got, which is only 1220. So there's a smidge of range. I mean, you've got, what, 30 cents? So leave it off for now. It's not a bad look, but I don't love it. I do not love it whatsoever. What time do you keep charts on? So I keep my, you mean the time frame, or what are you asking there? Yes, time frame. So I usually use a 5-minute and a daily whenever I'm actually trading. All right, so we've got about 15 minutes, guys. Make sure while I'm sitting here answering questions that you guys look at the list here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull up all of these and just have them sitting ready to go. Pull up the charts, mark up your levels, and just be ready to rock. Let me go ahead and get mine all pulled up here while I'm waiting. We've got quite a few good watches today, too, so I'm pretty stoked. Hopefully I have a pretty good day today. Now, we just have to keep in mind that it is a technical Monday after a long holiday weekend, so a lot of people are probably not going to be back at the desks today. A lot of people are on vacation, and that being said, volume may be a little bit lighter in the market today, so we got to keep that in mind too, which means take it easy today. Ease back into it tomorrow. Maybe back full speed ahead tomorrow, but today, got to take it easy. So that means probably a little bit less trades today, but either way, should have plenty of opportunity. All right, I've got all of my charts pulled up. Hopefully you guys do as well. Let's see, airy overall direction of market from before 3-day weekend into today. I mean, she looking good, but the close on Thursday is a little bit iffy. I want to see us close over 533. Otherwise, close on Thursday was kind of nasty. But as far as summer goes, as far as like more retail traders, it's usually kind of the opposite. You usually get more action in the winter than you do in the summer. Summer market's usually a little bit slower. You figure in the winter, a lot of traders are locked up, stuck inside in the cold. In the summer, everybody's on vacation, sitting outside, doing something else aside from the market. So there's still opportunities in the summer, but there's definitely a little bit less action. Yeah, exactly. Winter. Exactly. Yep, GME is perking up. I want to watch it over 24.30, guys. And again, Peggy over that 28 as well is trying to curl too. So if you want to keep an eye on Peggy too, it's not a bad look. I'm going to personally sit back until after the bell to play some of these just because I want to have full control over my risk today. I don't want to take something right now, but do have some pretty good setups. So GameStop and NVIDIA both look fantastic. Peggy looks fantastic. And Peggy, you've got quite a bit of range on Peggy. So we've got range all the way to 40 and then 44 on Peggy. So that could be the penny stock to watch today as PEGY. And that range is pretty substantial. We've been talking about Peggy now for the last probably 2.5 weeks, or probably more like 2 weeks. We said to watch it over, what, 22 cents back then, a couple weeks ago, and finally starting to make its move again today. So hopefully we can play it over the 28s today out of the bell. Keep a close eye on it. Now, the only ones that I'm not too certain of right now is FSLR and SMR. So those are the only two that I'm looking at right now, and I'm like, you know what, are these really going to set up and meet my criteria today? The answer is probably not, but it's too early to say, so I'll have to wait until after they open and see its, let it show us its cards for the day and then kind of go from there. I was going to watch STSS more today as well. Scalped it a little bit earlier this morning, but your range is just super limited is my biggest concern. This is why I was a little bit iffy on it earlier this morning too, and why I only risked less than, 10% of my usual risk. Because we only had range to about the mid sevens, which it actually made the move back to and retested there at 75 cents. So I don't see a reason to play this right here. Maybe if you can get up over 75 again, you've got the range on it back to about 95 cents, so you can get the breakup through pre-market highs. But apart from that, I don't see any incentive here to make this a worthwhile plan into the open on STSS. So if you want to watch it over the PM highs, you can do that and look for the range up to 95 and $1. But aside from that, I don't really see anything. Got about 10 minutes until the bell. And again, any questions, make sure to let me know. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting back, chilling for the bell here, getting ready. INSM price has stayed within a few bucks. Is it a buyout? If price is staying between a few bucks, I would assume buyout. What is it here? Phase 3 trial win. That's surprising for it to be stuck sideways. That is actually surprising. Let me take a look here and see. How's volume on it? What's the float? 146 million shares. Let's see. 4.5 million shares of volume today. What do we have on the daily? I'm definitely surprised. Yeah. Whenever you said it's trading within a few bucks, I would have assumed it was a buyout. So I'm definitely tempted by it now. But the fact that it's just stuck sideways is kind of strange. I'll watch it over 46. Let's wait until the open and see if that does change. If it's still stuck in this little range, I wouldn't play it. But if it does start to pick a direction, we can look to play it. And you've got range on it to about 70 bucks. So I appreciate you pointing it out because honestly, I looked at it this morning and I was like, yeah, that's trading sideways. It's definitely a buyout or something. So I just left it alone. But no, I would definitely watch this one today. So watch the dips on this over 46. Range here is to 70 bucks. Yeah, I'm surprised. Every time I look at a stock like this and it's just a literal barcode like this, I'm like, oh, surely it's a buyout. But no, that's not a bad look there at all. And had it been a buyout, of course, I wouldn't have touched it because there would be no incentive. But in this case, it is not a buyout, so we do have incentive. Yeah, 5 minutes left. Also have NVIDIA gapping over 1100, so we're going to be watching that one for dips after the bell. Not taking it here, but watching for dips after the open. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stocks to watch into the open today, so we've got a lot. But again, long weekend, give things at least 3 minutes after the open today to set up for us. Do not chase any breakouts. Do not chase any of the initial moves out there. Give them time to set up. Once they do set up, hop on the trend. We'll see what we can do. But again, keeping in mind that it was a long weekend, so volume is likely to be a little bit lighter. Definitely need to be watching this NVIDIA into the open, guys. Like I just said, over the 1100 spot. I want to be watching it off of dips after the bell, giving it about 3 to 5 minutes to confirm over 1100 first.